Looks like I'm live. What's going on, people? Make sure that y'all like the stream. We got some things to discuss, man. We got some things to discuss. Oh, we got some things to discuss, fam. Make sure y'all get into the room. Like the notification went out. Okay, give me a second, y'all. We're gonna talk about Courtney Clenney, who was sentenced to accepted a plea deal and was sentenced to 6 years in prison. They're saying that she may only serve 2 years because she's been sitting in jail for almost 4 years. Talking about getting away with murder. Talk about getting away with murder. What's going on, fam? I'm gonna wait for y'all to get into the room, man. How have y'all been? Yeah, we going live a little bit early today on this great Wednesday. We're gonna talk about Courtney Clenney and the guy she killed, which was her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli. Y'all know I made a video about this. I think I made a couple videos, right? Salute to everybody. Make sure y'all get in the room. Make sure y'all like the stream. Fam, what is going on? Yes, indeed. I'm waiting for y'all to come into the room, man. That's what I'm waiting on. What's good, Joe? What's good, Eric? Let's talk about it. What's good? We got to talk about this heifer getting away with it. What's good, Emmanuel? Yeah, this heifer got away with it. I find it interesting how the Carmelo Anthony case, that was a manslaughter case, family. That was a manslaughter case. That was not a murder case. That was not a first degree murder. But again, when you are a white woman pretending to cry in court, her family hiring, I'm assuming, good lawyers. The family, his family, don't know what to do. You know, I'm going to actually discuss what the family should do next. I'm going to discuss what the family should do next. I'm going to discuss what his family should do next. Now that the case seems settled. What's good, boss lady? What's good? I'm waiting for y'all to get in here to like the stream. All right. Salute to y'all that's here. Hold on a second, y'all. We got a lot going on out here, man. People just getting away with, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Like the stream, family. Again, if you haven't, make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms. Y'all see them on the screen. Make sure y'all go follow and support me. I'd appreciate that. Shout out to Ahmad for being a member for 8 months. Salute Ahmad. Ahmad L for being a chat fan. Being a chat fan. Elmatic, what's up? Yeah, she only gonna do 2 more years in jail. And no, she was in jail, but she only gonna do like 2 years in prison. I find it very interesting that in the plea deal, when she's released, she can't profit off of his death. We'll see how long that lasts. And family, we're gonna talk about what her next steps should be. What the next steps of the family should be. Excuse me. I don't care what this heifer do. What the next steps of the family should be. I think the family needs to sue her family. They have a case. She pleaded guilty. It wasn't like she was found not guilty. She pled guilty and still takes no accountability for what she did, family. Takes no accountability for what she did. She still don't think she's in the wrong. Even though she's on video beating on this guy, she claims he was beating her. You see what white women can get away with in this country? What's good, Brent? You see what these heifers can get away with? It's nonsense. Carmelo sitting in jail for 30-something years for a manslaughter case. It wasn't first degree. You know, it's insane, man. It's absolutely insane. I want to get to something first. Did y'all see what happened with Tasha K? She spoke down on FBAs and found out the hard way. She effed around and found out. Oh man, yo, Tasha K effed around and found out. Didn't she? She lost like 30-something thousand subscribers. Let me tell you something, Tasha K. I see why you did that apology video. Don't ever mention FBAs again. You didn't want to talk about Carmelo Anthony. I don't think she talked about the Nolan Wells case, so you shouldn't be talking about FBAs. All right. You don't want to talk about what the things that happened to these young black men, but you want to speak on FBAs. That's interesting. If you don't understand your audience, keep your mouth shut. Put the liquor down. Listen, put the wine down. And I don't dislike Tasha K. I just think that she needs to put the wine down, stop drinking so much, and invoking the FBA name, because that, I'm telling you, you know, she just didn't understand. There's a lot of women, there's a lot of black American women who support FBA. And I just think Tasha K didn't understand that. And she's apologizing. She's going to probably keep apologizing because she saw what she lost. She saw she lost 30-something thousand subscribers. And I'm seeing people saying they'll never support her again. That's insane. Listen, I don't, you know, I know you got an African husband. He probably told you to say something about FBA because he's upset. And that's why she did it. You could tell she doesn't know what she's talking about. She just second and third hand information. All right. And she's said out of her own mouth that she doesn't deal with black American men. So she already had this bitterness towards black American men. So I guess it was easy for her to say that, you know, with some liquid courage from the wine that she sips. Was good, Don. But you better understand who your audience is. If you don't understand who your audience is, you could end up destroying everything that you built. Now, again, I'm going to tell y'all how all this ties into Tasha K. XRW is all entertainment. Is that Rain and Woman? Rain and Woman, you got a new name? You should have messaged me and let me know you had a new name, because I was about to say, who is this? But I know how you type in the chat, so that's how I figured it out. This ties into Tasha K. I'm gonna tell y'all how it ties in. Tasha K didn't want to talk about the Carmelo situation. I don't think she's talked about the Nolan Wells situation, but you want to speak on FBA. Did she talked about, I bet she talked about this Christian Obumseli. Didn't she talk about this? Can y'all confirm to me whether or not Tasha K talked about Christian, this brother, this Nigerian brother losing his life, being unalived by his white girlfriend? Did she talk about that? I bet she did. But she did not want to talk about Carmelo Anthony. She did not want to talk. Maybe she has talked about Nolan Wells. I haven't seen anything. She's even explained why she doesn't want to talk about it. The knife was good. Okay, Raina. So this all ties in together with Tasha K, the Christian Obumseli situation, Carmelo Anthony. But she's not. I mean, again, she's even said that she didn't want to talk about the Carmelo Anthony thing. Now, have y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really watch Tasha K that much. Has she talked about Nolan Wells? I just feel like when you have bitterness and disdain towards people, you can't hide it. Why do you think you see so many women talking about divesting. It's because they're hurt. You got a lot of hurt heifers who are mentally unstable, who haven't gotten any therapy. So they want to get online and talk crazy about us, but then when we respond, they want to talk about we're bashing them. No, we're responding to your BS. I think Tashka is one of those women that need help. I think she needs to go get maybe she is to get to a therapist. She needs to get over this disdain that she has towards Black American men. That's why she crashed out and said what she said about FBAs. And then when she realized a bunch of the women that follow her are FBAs and they ride for it, they support it, she had no choice but to apologize. 30,000 subscribers. That's crazy. Even if you have a big channel, losing 30,000 subscribers within 24 hours is insane. That's why people need to stop drinking on these live streams, man. Some people say things they shouldn't be saying. Put the drink down. Understand that your words have consequences. DJ Academics, he gets on live, he gets drunk and says crazy things, and then he'll go live the next day acting like he ain't really said it, or he don't have the same energy. It was the liquor. Listen, I understand that you have an African husband. Who cares? If you feel some type of way about the the lineage, you might want to keep it to yourself, just like your opinions of the Carmelo Anthony situation. You kept that to yourself. Oh yeah, they were celebrating his death, but let me tell you, I'm going to tell y'all why the Christian Obumseli and Courtney Clenney situation, his tweets came back to haunt him, and apparently his families as well. So no, and we're gonna get to the story. I've been waiting for people to get into the chat room and start off with any music. I went cold into the situation. It was a cold open. Courtney Clenney is going to be in prison. They're going to transfer her to state prison for like 2 years. And then she'll be eligible for release because she only got 6 years, time served. She'll be out in 2 years for unaliving this guy who she was beating on. She was beating on him. But act like she's the victim. Now, when she gets out of jail, she's not going to be able to profit from his passing. Yeah, that's what happens, Matthew. YouTube do not send out notifications. I don't understand why. I think because I don't go live every day. I guess I got to go live every day for them to send notifications. But yeah, YouTube always play a hate in this channel. Always play a hate in this channel. Pretty much, Tampa Supreme. Pretty much. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure that y'all get the likes up so more people can see this stream when it's posted. Because y'all are gonna need to see the stream. This is gonna be one of the realest streams I ever had. Because we're gonna talk about it. We are definitely gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about how an OnlyFans model, a woman who was probably escorting as well, because after Christian was unalived by her, do y'all know this heifer was sitting in some hotel bar with some older guy with her next trick? But in this situation, she accepted a plea deal. The family accepted a plea deal as well. And she's gonna get 6 years with time served for the 4 years she's been in jail. Sweetheart deal. Now, one of the stipulations was that she can't profit off of his death. She can't profit off of Christian's death. That means I'm assuming she can't do documentaries. She can't do interviews in regards to his passing. I want to see how long that lasts. Now, I strongly believe that the family should sue her family that Christian Obumseli's family should sue her family. They have a case as far as his death is concerned, because she pled guilty. It don't matter what she's trying to say about how she didn't mean to do it and she wants to blame him for it, right? They should still sue Courtney and her family. And I think they'd win it, or it'll be settled. But yeah, she's gonna be apparently in prison, state prison, for 2 years and then out. Once she now, this is what I think she may end up doing. And salute to everybody that's here. I'm streaming from YouTube, Rumble, Kick, and Twitch. Right? Y'all should follow me on those other platforms too. She might go the white conservative route. That's what it looks like. Shannon Sharp's ex-girlfriend, accuser, who he paid off, it looks like that's the direction she's going into, right? I could totally see her when she gets out of jail, she goes back and lives with her parents and becomes some white Christian conservative, because she's not going to get embraced by black men like that. Like, she was with a Nigerian. Black men, FBA, freedmen, they're not going to deal with this chick. They're not going to have her on their podcast, maybe Fresh and Fit. But they're not going to be embraced by the black podcast social media community like that, like she was before. She's going to be a pariah. It don't matter that she got let out of, she got a get out of jail free card and basically a slap on the wrist. She's just not going to be embraced. She's going to be a pariah. And if one of these Negroes have her on their platform, they're going to get cooked, and they're going to get the Tasha K treatment with people unsubscribing from them. They're not going to do that. You're not going to see her on Art of Dialogue. You might see her on Vlad, because Vlad is a clout chaser. Or you definitely going to see her on Vlad. But the thing is, she can't profit off his death. So she may not be able to go there because she can't profit off his death. That was one of the stipulations. Probably something that the family wanted implemented in this plea deal. So outside of Vlad and the white podcasters and the alt-righters, I call the Negro right, the alt-Negro right. Y'all know who they are. Those are the only people that's going to embrace her. The alt-right conservatives. Maybe not, because she was a mud shark to them. So because she was swimming in mud, maybe they won't. But the whatever podcast type, maybe them. I don't know. But in the black social media space, she's going to be a pariah. And any of those platforms she tries to go on, they're going to cook her. It's not going to go back to normal. Her life is never going to be normal. Yes, she's going to be able to get out, but her life is never going to be normal again. Never. And we've seen this. Once you're a pariah, you're always a pariah. There is no comeback story, especially when you take somebody's life. You can't come back from that unless you're like a rapper, a drill rapper. You bragging about what you do in the streets, but that's different. That's different. You got a white female who wanted to be famous, who wanted to be a social media influencer. Like, brands are not going to touch her. Brands are not going to touch her. She's going to be living in an outside cage forever. That's going to be her life. Let's see. Shout out to everybody that's coming to the chat. J3, Burr, Mike, Alex, Ultra, Christina was good. But things are not gonna just be the same. What's good, Frank? Kenny, what's up? Yeah, that how they be doing me, man. They don't be wanting people hearing this real. That's what they YouTube be playing on my channel. Anyway. So it's not just gonna go back to normal. She's gonna have to choose. Is she gonna try to do what she's been doing before, or she's going to join the alt-right, speaking ill of black people, right? Start dating white men again, the white cleanup men. Nobody cleans up more than a white man. White men are out here cleaning up for all types of heifers. That's what they do. That's what they do. So her life will never be the same. Yeah, she's only going to serve maybe 2 more years in state prison. She'll get out, but it won't be the same like it was before. You can't go back to that. You can't. She'll try, but you know what's funny? Out of all the years, that's true, Emmanuel. That's true. She can still do that, probably. Out of all the years I've made content, I see women lose their mind over getting cooked on social media, over relationship stuff, cheating, getting dumped, baby daddy drama, right? Imagine you have this female who unalived her boyfriend and only spent a total of 6 years behind bars. Imagine how things are going to be for her, because it's never going to go away. You got people who still get cooked in their comment sections years later for things that happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago. People still be clowning Aisha Curry for what she said on Red Table Talk. People still go at Amanda Seales for what she did to Myron Rolle. So it's not going to go back to she's definitely going to be on No Jumper. Absolutely. You see the culture vultures are definitely going to have her on their platforms. Absolutely. He might even give her a job at No Jumper. He might even do OnlyFans content with him and Lena, with her. Yeah, oh no, the brand deals thing is over. Because what's going to happen is that people are going to see what brands she's promoting, and they're going to go to those brands like, why are you supporting a murderer? And they're going to have to drop her. That's why I say she may have to go. Salute to Snow Bun E, the star. Was it the Jewels? Is it the Jewels? So she's going to have to probably go back to live with her parents and regroup and probably be more of the white girl they've always wanted that wasn't dealing with niggas. They don't want her dealing with them N-words anyway. So I could see her going in that direction too, being like a white Christian conservative woman trying to change her image. But how long is that going to last? You know what's funny? These Caucasian dudes love talking about, I don't want to date a mud shark, or they'll talk about how they don't want to be the cleanup man. Y'all clean up for most of these women. What are you talking about? You're the number one cleanup men in the world. Most of these chicks in the alt-right sphere have dealt with black men before. What do you know what I'm saying? Don't let them fool you. There's a black man that has smashed a lot of these Christian conservative white women. Absolutely. Absolutely. And also, I would not be shocked if her next boyfriend is Caucasian. I'm telling you, nobody cleans up more than these Caucasian do. They talk all that online, but will go and get with her as soon as she's available. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nobody cleans up more than these Caucasians. Absolutely. They clean up more than anybody. Online saying one thing and doing another. You know what I'm saying? And let's just stop this myth that these Caucasian dudes don't date chubby women. I see them with chubby women all the time. What are you talking about? You don't like fat girls, chubby. You be with them all the time. What are you talking about? These Caucasian dudes love a chubby heifer. Absolutely. They the main ones with them. When I see brothers with white women, they're petite, slim, or thick white women. I don't see them with the chubby fat girls they claim that they be dating. I haven't seen it. But we know who we gonna see them with. Who do you think are the most incels online? Who do you think is out here? Who do you think the incels are? They would date Courtney Clenney in a second. And they'd be turned on by the fact that she did what she did. Not all of them, but the extremists. The extremist Caucasian guys, the alt-righters, they embrace her for this. Look how they embrace Chud the Builder. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Christian's family should sue her. She's already pled guilty, so she can't deny it. They need to go ahead and sue her. Sue her family. You know?
Showing some love as OJ.
Shout out to Boss Lady with the support. I appreciate the love. Boss Lady, shout out to you for supporting the first super chat. The first super chat. Family, salute to you, Boss Lady. Telling y'all, man, I'm not trying to hear none of this nonsense from these alt-righters acting like they have all these standards. You can't even get a woman. What are you talking about? You got all these standards. You can't even get one. You will date Courtney Clenney in a second. You will date her in a second. Why she end up with a Caucasian guy when she gets out? Watch. Watch she be with a Caucasian guy when she get watch. What's good, Miss Tangy? They love shit like this. Jess Lee was good. I told y'all we're gonna talk some real talk today. And by the way, this is a side note to the alt-righters, the alt-right conservatives. You know, when I'm out and about every day, I see a lot of homeless white people, especially a lot of homeless white men. I don't see y'all helping them. But you know what I do see? I see y'all out here giving money to Chud the Builder, a degenerate, a nobody, somebody who's a crash out. But there's a lot of white people who need your support and you won't help them. You drive right past them. So how am I to believe that you care about your community when I see shit like that? Huh? You won't even help your own. You'll just help the people who will attack and do things to black people. Just a bunch of weakness, man. Just weakness. That's why you got these guys would definitely date Courtney Clenney. Absolutely. Absolutely. MC was good. And let me say this about Christian because he plays a part in this whole thing. The reason why his family didn't get a lot of support. Shout out to Brent with the second super
Salute,
chat.
Jaye.
Salute, Brent. I appreciate the support, bro. With the second super chat of the stream. I think Christian has a lot to play in this situation. I think the reason why he didn't get a lot of support, especially from like black Americans, is because of the things he said online, the things his family has said. Like once you do something like that, there's no taking that back. It goes into your mindset of how you feel about white women and putting white women on a pedestal. White women should never be pedestalized. But a lot of these non-black American men do this shit. They get with these white women, putting them on a pedestal. Not to say black American men don't, because we've seen that. And I have had to tell you Negroes to stop doing that. Stop putting these white women on a pedestal. They are no different than the black women you complain about. So when I look at his situation, things that he said, at the end of the day, he lost his life. You know, there have been other black men whose tweets have been dug up and they've said things, but then he's not here no more. He can't take it back. He can't apologize for it. It happened. It's over. He's no longer here, but she is. And that's the one takeaway I want y'all to have in this. A white woman's tears will always get her out of the situation, but it's not just her being a white woman, because women across the board get slaps on the wrist. There was a OF model who was an escort. Y'all probably saw the story. She took the life of this John, this guy, paid her to kind of suffocate him or whatever. And whatever protocol she did, she, you know, from the evidence and everything I read up, the guy was trying to tell her that he couldn't breathe or something like that, and she ignored it. She was negligent. And even in her negligence, family, she only got a 4-year sentence. Now this was a black woman. And she only got like a 4-year sentence. Slap on the wrist for being negligent in taking that man's life. That man was trying to tell her, listen, you know, he can't, you know, can't breathe, you know, he was having difficulties, and she ignored it because they were into some fetish kink type of a BDSM situation. She saw that and probably, I ain't gonna say what she probably thought, but she was horrendously negligent and only got 4 years. 4 years. So across the board, you have women who will do these crimes and get slaps on the wrist. She got married in jail. The woman I'm speaking about, hold on, let me see. I may try to pull up. Let's see. Gets 4 years. For BDSM. Yeah, Michaela Ralarsdom. I think I did a video on this. Let me show y'all this real quick. She was doing some sort of fetish session with this guy. You dudes are doing, y'all are some sickos out here, man. But this was the story here. Y'all remember this? This was a couple of months ago. Michaela entered a guilty plea to a charge of involuntary manslaughter and expected to be sentenced to 4 years in prison when she was grossly negligent in this situation and only got 4 years, giving them a slap on the wrist. This the woman I'm talking about. Hold on. This the woman I'm talking about here. She was married before she went to jail. Her husband knew, her husband is white. He knew that she had clients, right? That she would go see. This is what this is what the OF models don't tell y'all. Even the ones with husbands, they're out here escorting. And the husbands is like the manager. She was an OF model who was an escort, and she was doing a BDSM wrapping this guy up, and apparently the guy was telling her he couldn't breathe. And she kept doing it anyway. Just grossly negligent. Grossly negligent. And got 4 years in jail. 4 years in prison. When I tell y'all that they give these heifers slaps on the wrist because they're women and they can't stomach holding these heifers accountable. There are men who are riding in a car during a drive-by shooting or doing life in prison with no parole. Life in prison, no parole. He was just there. Oh, you was with them? Oh, you doing life. Look at the Fulio case. All them dudes got life except for that girl. She got like 15 years. She probably won't even do 10. See, this is what the justice system in America is made of. This is why I made that video about that passport sis going to prison in Hong Kong. They don't care about the female feminist bullshit over there. If you break the law, you out here extorting men, you going to prison for 6 years. No parole. And that was just for extorting, family. That was just for extortion. Just imagine if she go to prison, no, I'm saying she get caught up in one of these unaliving cases. They're not going to take it easy on them. They're not. But only in America and the UK will they take it easy on women who unalive people. Look at the Fulio case. Why is this heifer getting 15 years? And didn't they replace the judge in the Fulio case because the judge they felt like was being unfair to her? What? What are you talking about? But they want women, especially dysfunctional, they want them out free so they go ruin somebody else's life. This is what us as men are fighting up. This is what we're fighting against. You got women who are actively PDFers, getting slaps on the wrist, having relations with underage boys, and they're getting slaps on the wrist. They refuse to hold women in this country accountable for their actions. Because I'm telling you right now, if it was a man in that situation, he's gonna do an extreme amount of time. They're putting men in prison for child support. They're putting men in prison for child support payments. Do y'all hear stories about women going to prison for child support payments? What's good, XL? But this is what we're fighting against as men in this country. And this is why you're seeing men leave this country, because of how unfair the justice system is to us. They always seek to save women from themselves. You cannot save what is broken. So this is one of the things that I've talked about for years. One of the things that made me want to be a content creator is how men's life can be ruined by accusations. How a man's life can be ruined due to a mistake. Right? One mistake but women can make mistake after mistake after mistake and be given every chance in the world. You got women who have scammed people for millions of dollars, only doing maybe a year or two in prison. This is where we're at. No accountability. This is why women offend more and more and more. Some of the biggest scammers are women, especially in this country, because they've gotten away with it for so long because they refuse to hold them accountable. Until they start scamming Caucasian people, then they're going to allow them to keep doing it. Yep, Roland, they sure do. This is why I'm all about women having accountability. This is why I speak about accountability when it comes to women, because nobody else is going to hold them accountable. Society's not going to hold them accountable. Other women are not going to hold them accountable. You got men that don't want to hold them accountable. Somebody got to do it. Why do you think these women ain't getting married? Why do you think nobody wants to date these heifers? They don't want to deal with their nonsense. It don't matter what they look like on the outside. What about the inside? That is what we want to know. But again, like I've said before, a lot of these heifers are broken. They're mentally unstable. They're washed up. They bring absolutely no value to a relationship. None. So with Courtney, let me go ahead and show out of here. Anyway, again, make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. When it comes to Courtney, things are not going to just go back to normal. They won't. Because the justice system refuses to hold you accountable, Courtney, society is, especially black people, despite what Christian said in his past, right? He didn't deserve to lose his life. Now, if there are people who aren't going to support him, I understand. I understand that FBAs or black Americans don't want to support this guy because of what he said. I'm indifferent to this. I'm just looking at it from the accountability and case standpoint. This woman took a life and is only getting 6 years for it. That is completely unjust. Outside of what I may think of Christian Obumseli. At the end of the day, he lost his life. You can't. There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from losing your life over something like that. This Courtney heifer really thinks that she got away with it. She refuses to take accountability for what she did. She's still blaming him for it. And when she gets out, she's going to still continue to blame him for what happened. This is what these heifers do. A white woman's tears will get her out of numerous situations. I find it funny. The only white people who gets any type of who I feel like don't get no protection out here is Caitlin Clark and what's the other heifer, Sophia Cunningham. People definitely got smoke for them. You know what I'm saying? Black men, no matter where you're from, no matter what continent you're from, you better stop putting these white women on the pedestal. This heifer was beating on him. Ladies and gentlemen, this heifer was beating on him. There's video evidence that she was putting her hands on him, but she's crying. She's playing the victim card, even though there's a video of her putting her hands on him. Black men, no matter where you are, stop putting these white women on a pedestal, because if something happens to you, you're going to get mocked. Christian got mocked because of the things he said, putting her on a pedestal. And you're not going to get justice for yourself. What's good, Rider Wives? White women are not worth putting on a pedestal in America in 2026. They are just as screwed up as the black women that we talk about. Go look at the things that these white women say online. Look at how dysfunctional they are. They believe in feminism. They believe men in wigs are women. Just look at the WNBA. Look at what them heifers are saying, the people who support the WNBA. Look at what they're saying, family. Oh, I need some water. Hold on. Let me drink some water real quick. Hold on. Look at what these liberal white women be saying, and y'all want to date that? Are you serious? Do y'all see the belief system of these white women? These white women are crazy. Especially in America and the UK. No, thank you. Canada, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. These women are nuts. Yeah, they believe men in wigs are women. These are white women who believe this. Yeah, white women in this country are no different than black women. They just speak differently, have different upbringings, but they are exactly alike. They all have a disdain towards male power. They all are jealous of male power, and they want that. They hate children. This is why they support abortion. Like, why would you want to date somebody like that? I'm not putting that on a pedestal. You should put no women on a pedestal. No women should be put on a pedestal. What have I been telling you? What have I been telling you, brothers, for over 10 years? To stop putting these heifers on a pedestal. Don't do it. Because it could ruin your life. And in the case of Christian, it could ultimately end your life. Right, Brent? And those are the women you dudes are trying to date? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're just wasting your time. What are you doing? This heifer's going to get out of prison, and she's probably going to try to go the Christian conservative. She's probably going to go born again Christian. She's going to get her a white boyfriend, and she's going to be a part of the alt-right because she's not going to be accepted in the same space as she probably was before. I don't see her having black friends. Maybe she will, but those black friends are going to get cooked and mocked. She's not going to be invited to events with a bunch of black people because them sisters going to get at her. She might start a podcast, and she's, you know what I'm saying, to try to make it seem like he was a bad guy. That's what they do. You know, these women will be the abusers and turn around and claim they were abused. And they're going to believe her because she's a white woman. She's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman who they feel like, oh, she has her whole life ahead of her. To do what? Waste it? She's already busting it open on OnlyFans. What are you talking about? She's already busting it open on OnlyFans. Talking about her whole life ahead of her. Her whole life is done. It don't matter if she's free. And let me say something. Somebody brought up Travis Hunter. Y'all bringing up Travis Hunter, right? Do y'all know? Do y'all know the black female athlete that defended Travis Hunter's Latina wife? This was before they married, right? Y'all remember people going at her? Now, mind you, this is a Latina, right? Y'all remember she's getting all this pushback. Do y'all know the black female athlete who defended her? It was Angel Reese. Angel Reese don't defend anybody. I mean, she said some things here and there on social media, right? But I noticed that before she kind of stopped tweeting like that, I haven't seen anything from her recently. Maybe y'all have. Shout out to Michael Willis with the gift, with the 200 jewels. Angel Reese defended Travis Hunter's wife. This was before they got married. This was before he was still at Colorado. She was getting roasted all over social media. Angel Reese defended her out of nowhere. Angel Reese has no connection to this woman. But you know who Angel Reese didn't support? Alexi Brown, a fellow black WNBA player who got mixed up in the Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion drama, who, by the way, they still haven't cleared her, which makes me think that she's probably guilty and lying. But could be wrong. Angel didn't defend her when she was getting roasted all over social media. But you're defending Travis Hunter's wife? I just don't see the connection. I don't know how they would know each other. I disagree that she will be a pariah. Black people are very forgiving for the detriment, just like Botham Jean's family. Well, I saw that trial. That Botham Jean trial, that was an absolute disgrace. You had, I think, what was it, like a female bailiff, a black female bailiff was playing in the heifer's hair. The family, the brother wanted to hug this woman. Like that wasn't in this situation. Okay. Botham Jean, I believe he's Haitian, right? That was a disgrace. I saw that. I saw what went on that trial. It was just so goofy. Like y'all loving on a woman that unalived your family member? That's insane. I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck is the family doing? It was so surreal to see that. It was so surreal to see that. The black female judge hugged the woman and handed her a Bible. It was crazy. Crazy. Did you hear about AOC broke up with? I saw that. I saw that, Divine. I saw she broke up with him. I saw that coming. And by the way, AOC, the way that she acts and talks, for her to date this white guy is very interesting. If the AOC is getting prepared for when she's no longer in politics. I could definitely see her leaving politics soon and being trying to be an influencer. She put out a video where she was like, when she was in like workout gear and she was walking. But yeah, AOC is a character. She wants to be an influencer. She wants to be famous. I don't think politics is just not for her. Shout out to Ryder Wise. Welcome to the Chat Elite. He became a chat fan. Salute to you, Ryder Wise, for joining. Now you're right. Maybe things could change. Maybe she won't, but I think she will be a pariah because uh, will she? I think so. I just think that when it comes to white women, black people, especially black women, have no tolerance for them, and they look for any reason to go at a white woman. Even though black women have like this weird love-hate thing with white women, I think they look up to white women. They want to be like them, but they don't want to compete against them. Courtney will be an easy target for them because I don't think they have any respect for her, and they don't like what she did. So when she tries to go into spaces with other black women, they're definitely going to get at her. Absolutely. Y'all got to remember, I think it was a black female that ran down on her when she was in a hotel bar. She was sitting. This was after she unalived Christian. She was sitting there with this older guy. I don't know who he was. Probably a trick. And I think it was a black woman that ran down on her. So yeah, they gonna get at her. Yes, they will. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's here. Salute. V. Say yo howdy from Houston, Texas. Salute to Houston, Texas. Shout out to H-Town V. So yeah, I do think that maybe in some circles she won't, but a lot of it she will. Like, is she just gonna live her life offline, or is she gonna try to? Because she can't come back and do the Instagram model thing. It's just not gonna work. They're gonna roast her. They're gonna make videos about her. Y'all know I've made a video about health, but they can't stand when you make a video about them. It irks their soul when you make videos about them. Just imagine people making videos and documentaries about her situation. She's not going to be able to handle that. People in her comment section every day, she ain't going to be able to handle that. People making posts about her online. She's not going to be able to handle that. It's different when you in jail and you kind of insulated from that. But when you out of jail and you free and you look online and people are saying all these things about you, they can't take that. They can't take when you make videos about them. They can't take that. I remember I used to make videos, man. I used to get contacted every other video by people. They can't handle it. They cannot handle it. They can't handle when you make videos about them. That's why I kind of slowed down making videos about people being unalived, especially women, because their families will be contacting me. I remember this girl from Chicago. She was suspected to have robbed a guy in Arizona. I made a video about it. She contacted me lying, saying it wasn't her. At the time, I didn't have no information, so I took the video down. But then somebody who knew her contacted me and said that heifer did do it. So I put the video back up and I made another one after she got caught for trying to rob somebody else. So that's just the type of situations you find yourself in when you make certain videos, right? She got 6 years in prison. No, 6 years. She got a 6-year sentence with time served. So 6 years with time served mean you only serve 2 years in state prison. Slap on the wrist, man. Slap on the wrist. But like I said before, this isn't over. This is just the beginning, family. This is just the beginning for Courtney. And when she gets out, it's not going to be normal. Because she is going to be, people going to know her, but they're going to know her for the wrong reason. She is a murderer. She took the life of somebody who she was in a relationship with. And that's going to follow her forever. She's not going to be able to shake that. This wasn't a situation where the courts ruled that it was justified. No, she pled guilty because there was a chance she can go to prison for longer. So she took that plea deal because she did the crime and she knows she did. She was not vindicated by a court system. Once you plead guilty, it's a wrap. You forever holding that label as a killer and a murderer. That's your label. You can't get rid of it. I keep thinking about Majors running from his white girlfriend, knowing he's in double jeopardy. You know what's crazy? Like, I don't feel Jonathan Majors did anything wrong in that situation. But because she's a white woman and he's a black guy, he lost everything over that. And the thing is do y'all know that white heifer tried to sue him like a year or two later? She tried to sue him after she done ruined his career. If he was so abusive and you need to get away from him, why are you suing him a year or two later? Why are you suing him? Why are you suing him? Because you're a liar and you got away with it. And now you want to come back and sue him after you see he with Megan Good. He's with this black woman and you're pissed. And then you want to go and try to sue him. Yes, his Nigerian family did. I discussed it earlier that his family did agree to the plea deal. Listen, they said they agreed because the case could go 50-50. I don't think so. If the prosecutors do their job, she's going to go to jail for second degree unaliving. And also, the family probably wasn't getting support like that. Not even from these loudmouth Nigerians who have very opinionated about people. They weren't getting online defending him. You know, he was an afterthought. y'all notice that Nigerians care more about FBA than they do about this guy and his family. That's the crazy thing. They weren't on TikTok defending him. I'm talking about recently. None of that. They were more concerned about FBA and how they feel about immigrants. It's just the family had no support, unfortunately. That's why I said the family needs to sue her family, and I believe that they could win in the situation because she's already pled guilty. So she's admitted guilt. So the family should sue. It's the white way. It's the white way. They sue in these situations. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's here. Hold on. Yeah, she filed a civil lawsuit. Absolutely. Hold on. Let me see. How long have I been live? Been live. How long have I been live, family? I can't see. Hold up. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. The family should file a civil lawsuit. Absolutely. Shout out to Jess Lee with the 200 jewels. Shout out to y'all for hitting the gifts. I like that y'all are sending, the gifts thing. I know it's a newer thing now. You can send gifts or whatever. I appreciate that, man. I love the gifts. Let's see if we've covered everything. Okay. Hey, family, do y'all want me to talk about this Big Sean situation while I'm on live? Yeah, where's Godfrey? Alex, right. Where's Godfrey? Oh, Godfrey talking about Black Americans. He too busy talking about Black Americans. Shout out to Bird for sending 200 jewels. Salute to Bird. Shout out to you, bro. Do y'all want to hear about the Big Sean what's the heifer name? Janae Aiko. This heifer not only did she reveal that she's dating Larry June, but this heifer made a video with this guy on his lap. Listen, man. Oh man, listen, yo. Listen, before I leave out of here, I got to do this live, man. Big Sean, you went out sad, bro. So let me talk about this Big Sean thing. There's a reason why. There's a reason why I feel like it's very important to talk about these topics, especially with Big Sean. Big Sean is a guy who actually broke up with Janae years ago. Y'all remember that? She was crying on social media. People say she might have threatened self-harm. He got back into a relationship with her. They have a child together. And then years later, they had this sort of silent breakup. Now, Big Sean was I think meeting Neon, and there was a girl there. People say, "Oh, this Big Sean's new girlfriend." Big Sean or whoever was immediately said, "No, we don't know her." Right? Yeah, right. But with Janae is out here with Larry June. She out here with Larry June, going to Paris with this guy a couple of months ago. And apparently the rumors have been out here for like months, right? That they've been dealing with each other. Now, fam, I want y'all to understand something. There's nothing wrong with moving on. There's nothing wrong with a relationship running its course. But the way that this whole thing has been handled is messy to me, because Big Sean defended her when the news came out that they had separated, right? But what does she do? She goes and gets with this dude, Larry June, a guy who Big Sean just worked with. He just made music with this guy. And he's out here defending her, fighting for her. Like, don't talk about her. Don't talk about Janae. It makes me mad when people talk about her. Brother, what are you talking about? She's made you look like a sucker. This is your girl. This is the woman that you was defending. You have a baby with her. and she's sitting up on this dude's lap, and a guy that you work with, Big Sean, a guy that you out here, you crashed out defending her, Big Sean, and this was after they broke up, by the way. It makes me upset. Let me get them pull the article up. It makes me upset that people say things about her. This is why I have no respect for men who don't respect themselves. Y'all see this headline? Big Sean says it's frustrating seeing negativity about Jaye amid breakup rumors. The rapper isn't here for the hate coming her way. I don't like this energy. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is the woman that you're defending. This who you defending, the mother of your child, is on his lap. A dude you work with. What are you talking about? This is sick. But this is men in 25. She successfully screwed this dude's head up. Big Sean, I can't listen to your music no more, bro. And I've liked your music in the past, but I can't listen to you no more. Larry June is bringing his latest West Coast soundtrack to life with a little help from Jaye, Aiko. Two artists have officially released a music video for California Dreamin', a standout collaboration from June's studio album, Who Coppin', directed by Sean Kelly. The visual leans all the way into the song's laid-back California energy, pairing sunshine and coastal scenery with intimate performance from the two stars. I don't want to play the video, but there was a scene in it, y'all. Let me show y'all this scene, y'all, where she's arguing with the silhouette, right? That's her on his lap, y'all. That's her. That's her on his lap, family. That's the woman you love, Big Sean, on his lap, bro. Now, there was a scene in the video where she's a silhouette of a man is like arguing with her. And people think that it was Big Sean. People are saying that it was Big Sean that was the silhouette. Let me show y'all this post here. She posted this about Larry June. When was this? This was in July, right? She posted this on her stories. This Larry June right there, letting everybody know that she out there with him. She posted this, and that's him in the comment section. Now, Larry June, again, Big Sean, these dudes ain't got no respect for you, bro. Larry June would never do this with none of these other rappers. He did it with you, bro. He would never, listen, this is why Ye crashed out on you, Big Sean, because Ye ain't got no respect for you. This is why Kanye West crashed out on you. People like, damn, why did he go at Big Sean like that? Because he thinks Big Sean is weak. That's why he went at Big Sean. He thinks Big Sean is weak. That's why he went at him. That's why Ye crashed out on Big Sean, because he thinks Big Sean is a weak dude. Let me see if I can find that video, y'all. Because in the video, she's arguing with like a silhouette. And people think that the silhouette is about Big Sean. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to collect this video. Okay, hold on. Let me put this on the screen. All right. Okay, let's see. There it is. Hold on. Hold on. Now I want y'all to look carefully at the silhouette, y'all. Look at the silhouette, y'all. Who y'all think the silhouette is? Now people think that silhouette is about her and Big Sean, and it's about her dealing with Big Sean and then leaving and getting with Larry June. That's what people think that it's about. Like it's oh man. Let's see. Um yeah, that's what people like. Listen, man. These, Big Sean, they think you weak out here, man. They think this dude Larry June worked with you, bro. He worked with you, and then he took your girl. It's different if him and Larry June like didn't know each other like that, didn't work with each other, right? But y'all work together. Y'all work together. This ain't a stranger. These dudes don't respect you, Big Sean. They don't. And if you don't show strength, people gonna see you as weak. They are. It's sad but true. And that's the dating market. You got dudes who date a girl and one of his homeboys end up with her. That's what's going on out here, man. And this is why people don't like the red pill philosophy, because we speak the truth about these heifers. We speak the truth about these heifers. No, they were together up until like last year. They were together up until last year. Big Sean and Larry June just worked together on one of Larry June's recent projects. They have worked together. They're not strangers to each other at all. This dude probably been in her DMs for months. Plotting, man. Yo, these dudes be plotting, don't they? But some people gonna say, well, there's nothing to it. Let me tell you something, man. If you don't respect your boy enough to date somebody else, then you don't respect him. You work together. But these guys don't respect Big Sean in hip hop. And it's clear to see that. But you lose them how you get them, right? But even though they was already separated, she left her husband to be with Big Sean. Let's be real. She left her previous husband to be with Big Sean. One thing she's gonna do is move on her time. Big Sean ain't went public with a new woman, right? Because again, he's so afraid of her fragile ego that he would rather she go public with Larry June, and while he goes public with nobody, because he knows she's fragile, and he doesn't want her, to piss her off. It's a shame, man. It really is. Salute to everybody this here, man. I just had to talk about that while I'm live. I didn't want to end the show without speaking on that real quick. But that's it. I think that's all I have to say, man. Again, y'all continue the conversation in the comment section below, and make sure y'all subscribe to all the social media platforms that I'm on. The links are in the description box. I'd appreciate it. Salute to everybody that donated today. That's it, man. I think that's it on this afternoon. This wasn't going to be a long show. This was not going to be a long show. Oh, C35. I can only see your at sent 2 jewels. Appreciate that. All right. And again, y'all can send me topics on my email. It should be in the description box, JayeDeBlackLive@gmail.com. Also, you can send me topics on Instagram, and also you can tag me on X about topics. and maybe not so much Facebook. I might check out notifications here or there, but I prefer email or for you to send it to me on Instagram or to tag me on X. All right. Okay, people. Thank y'all for being here for this this quick afternoon show. Salute to the moderators, the channel members, the Patreons. Y'all can subscribe there as well for content, and also join the channel and be a part of the membership chat elite. Again, let me say this one more time. If you want to send me topics, email, Instagram, X, you can send me topics there. All right. All right, people. I'll see y'all next one. Y'all take care and have a great rest of your day. All right.
If I come up and I fall off, that's on me. That's on me. If I come up and I fall off, that's on me. That's on me. If I come up and I fall off, that's on me. If I fold and I sell out, that's weak. That's why I take my time before I make my mind up. And I do this like 7 days out of the week. And I grind so hard, I don't get much sleep. I had to earn my stripes, so I don't have to work no 9 to 5. Yeah, we be taking everything for granted, no lie. Cause I remember days that we could barely get by. Used to use the negativity to get high. But now the comments we reading can ruin our lives. Why? It used to be easy back on Easy Street. Hollywood ain't that good, it's going down like it's on a needed beat. Even though now it's lobster, all on top of my pasta, I can still feel locked up, like the head of a roster. Cause they'll take your soul from right up under your nose and make you feel like you did it just to obtain your goals. Oh yeah, it's good when you get it, but it don't last that long. Cause I promise you can't take it with you when you gone. That's why I come up and I fall off, that's on me. If I fold and I sell out, that's weak. That's why I take my time before I make my mind up. And I do this like 7 days out of the week. And I grind so hard, I don't get much sleep. I had to earn my stripes, so I don't have to work no 9 to 5. Yeah, we can learn from other people's failures sometimes. I used to make believe and tell a plethora of lies. Now I see how actions take effect on my life. Cause I don't even have a portrait of this family of mine. I used to be speeding back on Easy Street. Hollywood ain't that good, it's going down like it's on a needed beat. Even though I got options, every tree in this garden, I can still feel lost, cause every day I wonder, yeah. Will they take my soul from right up under my nose and make me feel like I did it just to obtain my goals? I mean, it's good when you get it, but it don't last that long. Cause I promise you can't take it with you when you gone. That's why if I come up and I fall off, that's on me. If I fold and I sell out, that's weak. That's why I take my time before I make my mind up. And I do this like 7 days out of the week. And I grind so hard, I don't get much sleep. I had to earn my stripes, so I don't have to work no 9 to 5.